This is 5 Minute Friday on 10 AI leaders to follow. I was recently asked if I had a list of favorite AI thought leaders that I recommended following on Twitter. I didn't, but that spurred the idea of today's episode, in which I'll provide you with my 10 picks. My picks aren't in a particular order overall, but number one does happen to be my number one favorite data scientist, and that's Andrej Karpathy. Andrej is today the director of AI at Tesla, but I've been a huge fan since 2016 when I came across his energetic and exceptionally well-presented Stanford CS231N course lectures on convolutional neural networks for machine vision, which are available for free on YouTube. Andrej is quite active on Twitter, mostly about machine learning, but also about other broadly interesting or socially impactful topics. Next is Jon Krohn, a professor at New York University and chief AI scientist at Facebook, Meta, who was jointly awarded the 2018 Turing Award, comparable to a Nobel Prize but for computer science, for his work on deep learning. Like Andrej, Jon is quite active on Twitter. My third pick is someone who was another recipient of the 2018 Turing Award for deep learning alongside Jon, and that's Geoffrey Hinton. Jeff is an emeritus professor at the University of Toronto, and he leads the Google Brain Group in Canada. In his 2 years on Twitter, Jeff has only tweeted 52 times, but they are tweets that you don't want to miss. Another academic heavyweight worth following is Fei Li, who co-directs two prominent groups at Stanford University, the Institute for Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence and the Vision and Learning Lab. Number 5 is Andrew Ng, who also works at Stanford as an adjunct member of the computer science faculty. Andrew co-founded the learning platform Coursera and is renowned for his popular video tutorials on machine learning. Andrew has the largest following of any of the AI leaders that I'm covering in today's episode, with over 600,000 of them. Number 6 is someone who had Andrew Ng as his PhD supervisor, and that is Peter Abbeel. We were honored to have Peter as the guest on episode number 503 of the Super Data Science podcast for a deeply technical and deeply fascinating episode. As a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, Peter is the world's most preeminent researcher on deep reinforcement learning. He's also the founder of Covariant.ai, which brings his research into real-world AI robotics applications. Speaking of real-world applications of AI, number 7 is Demis Hassabis, the founder and CEO of DeepMind. DeepMind is a company that was acquired by Google and that has the explicit mission of bringing about AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence, an algorithm that has the capacity to learn as broadly as an adult human. Check out episode number 438 for more on the AGI topic, and DeepMind in particular. Beyond deep reinforcement learning, if you have an interest in natural language processing, then Christopher Manning, an amicable Stanford professor who specializes in this area, is my top suggestion for you. My penultimate pick is Hilary Mason, a commercial machine learning leader based out of New York who is extremely active on Twitter. She's tweeted 20,000 times, more than twice as much as anyone else I've mentioned in today's episode. My 10th and final pick is Wes McKinney, a prominent open source software developer who perhaps most famously devised the ubiquitous Pandas library amongst countless other extraordinary contributions to the data science community. Wes was recently our guest on episode number 523, and it is a technical one on what's possible with analytical computing today and what's to come in the future. Wes is highly active on Twitter, so you can follow him there for the latest on the open source library he's releasing into the world. Alongside these 10 AI giants, I am an absolute minnow, but if you'd nevertheless like to stay up to date on the latest Super Data Science episodes, interviews, and my free machine learning tutorials on YouTube, you are welcome to follow me on Twitter too. The Super Data Science company also has its own Twitter feed. Alrighty. I hope some of my social media suggestions prove valuable to you in your data science journey. That's it for today. Keep on rocking it out there, folks, and catch you on another round of Super Data Science very soon.